Ooh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darku, and in this video I'm going to be showing you everything that the Summer 2025 event in Pokemon Blaze has to offer. This goes over all the new things in the game, how to get here, and how you can enjoy all the new roaming things and the items, etc. Okay, firstly then, as you can see, we are in Lake Verity. Now this is on the very far left of Sinnoh, where you basically start in Sinnoh, your very first region, and this is where you can be to start your little journey into the event island. You come over here to Lake Verity, and there should be a Lapras here that can take you over to the Oasis Resort. And here is where the event island starts. There's even a Pokemon Center just up here, some houses with some NPCs that have some stuff to say, but they're not very important, and obviously like a hut over here, which is kind of important, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. But you can come in here and heal a PC. Now if you ever get wiped or anything like that, you'll just come back here and you don't have to worry about coming back and forth. But welcome to the event island. I'm just going to quickly show you the map of the event island. You'll see 8 different places that you can go to. The original picture was from Gene, so I appreciate that, Gene. Thank you very much for the original picture. However, I've put numbers on them, and I'm just going to say now the names of these places as they're kind of important, okay? So the starting place where we are stood, and you can see it number 1 on the map, is called the Oasis Resort. The left-hand side, number 2, Oasis Fields, number 1, okay? And then to our right-hand side, number 3, that's the Oasis Shores, and the one above us is the Emerald Glade. Number 4 is Emerald Glade. Alright, so number 5 is the Oasis Fields number 2. Number 6 on the far right is the Oasis Abyss. Number 7 is the volcano within the Oasis Abyss map, okay, the little volcano island. If you can go inside, that's actually called Volcano Cave Island. And at the very top of the map, you've got Emberfall Cliffs. Alright, now you know the names of the things. Now I'm going to go over some of the ultra rares in those locations. For instance, in location 1, you can find Primarina in the water. In number 2, you can get Renucleus, and then extras you can get like Pavilion, which you can't normally get. In number 3, the ultra rare is Kingdra. In number 4, you've got Chespin. In number 5, you've got Dartrix. In number 6, you've got Froakie. In Volcano Islands, number 7, you've got Hippowdon and Rotom. And number 8, you've got Fuecoco. Now I will say number 6 and 7 as well also have Snorlax outside, but you need to go from number 6 inside the cave, which is number 7, and then come back outside to number 6 on the top half, and that's where ultra rare Snorlax is as well. Alright, so now we know the map, we've got the numbers, and we know what the ultra rares are. Let's go over a couple more things. Before we carry on, it is worth noting that this event starts on the 14th of September 2025 and ends the 28th of September 2025 as well. So here are your main goals for this event then. Number 1 is collect heat shards, because with the heat shards you can unlock the other parts of the maps, and you have the heat shard shop. Now what are heat shards, you may ask? Obviously if we go to our bag and type in some heat, you can see in the miscellaneous we've got 312 heat shards. Now you actually get these from fainting wild Pokemon in this event area. So if you go in the water, or if you go in the grass, or even in the caves, and you start taking out Pokemon, now and again they will drop heat shards. Now I have heard that things like Compound Eyes, or Pickup, or even Pickpocket actually do help you gather more of these heat shards, more better RNG. Now once again, you will need these shards. I think you need 35 to move the Center Scorch, I think they're called, from your left, right, up and down to unlock the extra bits of maps. So last but not least, for the heat shards, you have the heat shard shop, which is this little hut up here with the blue roof. You can go inside here and there's an NPC at the very back called the Summer Mart Attendant. You can literally speak to these, and there's some amazing things you can buy in here with your heat shards. These are kind of expensive, but again, we have 2 weeks to farm this, not just 1 day, so don't worry about it. You will be able to get these kind of things. Like, for instance, a Summer Garchomp Gamble Chest, kind of crazy, and some other amazing things in here as well. That's just one of my favorite things to look at. But yeah, so you've got the heat shard shop at the back as well. Another thing to note whilst we are here, you've got the Radiance Token Trader. Now normally when you give money towards like the Ho-Oh bonuses, or the fishing bonuses, or even like shiny charms, lures and all that kind of thing, you normally get goodwill tokens which you can spend in a different shop. However, during this event you will be getting Radiance tokens, and then you can spend them at this Radiance Token Trader right here. And once again, a really cool shop of just stuff that you can buy inside of here as well, like the Summer Garchomp Mount Chest, which is kind of funny as well. I think he looks kind of derpy, but it is kind of funny, obviously. Okay, on to the next thing then. You'll be hunting forms. Now, this is something new that I've never really seen in another MMO, except this one, which I think is really, really cool, okay? Is that during events like this, you actually have forms of Pokemon. So, for instance, it's the summer event, so we have summer forms. Now, I have this, and I've never even seen this Pokemon before, because I'm more of a Gen 1 to 6 type of gamer. However, this game obviously has all the gens and stuff, so we have this Fuecoco, I think it's called, and it's the summer form I have of this, okay? And now if we go to our Pokédex real quick and we type in Fuecoco, you can see that that's how he normally looks, just like a normal little fire, frog, crocodile thing. Sure. And then you've got a summer form here. What we can do is type in -S, and you can see all kinds of summer forms of Pokemon that you can get. This doesn't change the type, it doesn't make them OP or anything like that. What it actually does is just give them a summer form, and you can get these during the event. Now, I don't think all of them are accessible, I could be completely wrong about that, but everything you can encounter in these areas can have a summer form, from what I know, okay? Now here's your derpy little Garchomp looking summer one. I mean, he looks kind of cool here, actually. I'm not gonna lie, the black and the red actually does look really, really nice. I think the massive red one, though, with him walking around looks kind of derpy. Some really cool thing that you can get, like Froakie summer like this. He's building a little sandcastle, really cute. Then you got the Frogadier one with the surfboard. And then you've got Greninja with the surfboard as well, looking really, really cool in the summer form. So these are things that you can get during this event, and I just think that's really, really badass. One thing I'm trying to hunt down is this Decidueye Hisuian, just because I think he looks really, really cool. And a thing I've seen a lot of people get is Primarina summer form as well, which I think is also really, really cool. Some other cool things you can get from this are the Swarm exclusives. So during this event on this island, you can get Litleo as a swarm. You can get the Sizzlepede, which is the little tiny bacon insect thing. You can get Roly-Coly. You can get the Lilligant Hisuian summer form as well. You can get Petalil. You can get Capsakid, Bagon, Cypher, you can get Oshawott, and last but not least, you can get Greninja Bond as a legendary swarm, which is absolutely amazing. It's going to be super, super hard to get, but how cool is that? Now let's talk about the extra bit of content then. We've got Challenge the Sages, we've got Shiny Traders, and we've got Fishing NPCs. Alright, so during this event then, you do have these free champions basically that you can face off, and you can fight them once every single day. So when it hits like just gone midnight at UTC time, then you can fight them again right afterwards. They have an easy, medium, and hard difficulty. So you want to try and get these done as soon as possible because they give you great rewards, and they can start the legendaries roaming for you as well. Rather than just tell you about the champion, we're going to show you exactly where to go so that you can face them. Alright, so the first champion is called Silvaris, okay? So from the Oasis Resort, where we all start, I'm going to go to the very far left into Oasis Fields number 1, and we'll eventually end up in Emerald Glade as well. So I apologize for that one encounter. What I will do is actually pop a repel, or very many repels. Let's just do that a couple of times. What was it? Control 3? Sure. Alright, so we're going to head through all this grass. We're not going to fight anything because we've popped repels, so we can make it nice and clean for you. We're going to go all the way around Oasis Fields 1, all the way to the top right, essentially, okay? We're going to come through, and we'll go to Emerald Glade. A lot of people are here, but we're going to go all the way up to the very top of Emerald Glade. And you'll have to fight trainers all the way through this, by the way, just to let you know. But when we reach this like cross point here, we're going to go to the right, and just go over the water, and you will see Champion Silvaris up here after you've defeated the trainers and stuff like that. That's all you need to do to unlock Champion Silvaris, and then you can face them easy, medium, or hard. Okay, so these champions don't just have one team, so mine might be a little bit different than yours, but I went against a Ribombee, an Ogerpon, Torterra, Breloom, Buzzwole, and a Mega Beedrill is what he had against me, and I went on normal difficulty. This did warrant me 4,500 money and some extra rewards as well. Not only that, but when you beat this guy, no matter if you do it on easy, hard, or medium, doesn't matter. As long as you beat the guy, you can start getting Kartana as a roaming legendary on this event island. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and use the escape rope to go to the PC on the event island, because that's how you can go quickly right back. And from the Oasis Resort, we're going to show you the next champion now. So we're going to go to the very far right onto Oasis Shores. We're going to go over the water just here, and just to the right there will be another Center Scorch once again in your way, and you're going to have to pay your way through. Just the one time, don't worry too much about it. And you're going to come all the way through, and all the way to the very far right to Oasis Abyss. So you're going to keep walking all the way over and then surf on the water. I'm just going to pop a couple more rappels just to make sure I definitely don't see anything on the way to mess up this video. Just go all the way across. Going to have to pay one more center scorch there, by the way, just to get in. And you'll see just on the shoreline here, next to the volcano, you've got Champion Aquera. Alright, so during this fight, once again, teams are a little bit different for everybody, but during this fight for me, I had to go against a Kyogre, a Greninja Bond, a Milotic Summer Form, a Swampert, by the way, a Mega Swampert, just to be clear, a Lapras Summer Form, and something called a Quackavale, which once again, don't know what that Pokemon is, that's new to me, but Quackavale, sure. That's what the team was that I had to fight against. Now I fought against this on medium, once again, I got some cool rewards and 4,500 money. However, this does not unlock a legendary, and you get better rewards if you defeat this champion on hard mode. You get one of the masks for the Ogerpon. Once again, if you defeat this person on hard mode, you get the Wellspring Mask item. Last but not least then, there is another champion that you need to fight, and we're just going to go all the way to the left here, back to map number 3, which was the Oasis Shores. Okay, so back on Oasis Shores, we're going to head all the way to the top, well, this is quite the walk. I have nothing really much to say except we're on Oasis Shores, okay? So we're going to head to map number 5, which is the Oasis Fields number 2. So we're going to go top left of where this hotel is, swim over it basically, and go top left of there. So once you're in here, this is the Oasis Fields. This is a cool little area, and I think there's more roaming legendaries going on here. That's why there's so many people in such a small area. And we're going to be heading to Emberfall Cliffs, which is map number 8, or one that I've listed as map number 8. Once you're in here, there's some important stuff in here too. So we're going to go all the way around to the left, go up a bit, and then all the way around. And you'll see a couple of things in here. There's NPCs that don't really do anything from what I can tell. I've definitely gone to them, spoke to them, they've not done anything. This Reshiram right here, I'll speak about a little bit later. Not important right this second. I'm just going to try and show you the champions before anything else. Again, all the way around Emberfall Cliffs. There's also a healer lady here if you need it. But there is your champion Pyros, or Pyros? Is it Pyros? Yes, Pyros, okay. So there is champion Pyros. Alright, so it's worth noting that I once again did this fight on medium difficulty. Now, when I went against this trainer, they had a Ninetales, a Ceruledge, a Hisuian Arcanine, Hisuian Lilligant, a Blacephalon, I believe it's called, and a Mega Charizard Y. And this once again gave me 4,500 money, 1 IV potion, 5 Blaze coins. There's also like a nice little loot pool that they can have. And once again, it doesn't matter if you beat it on easy, medium, or hard, you will now have Ogerpon roaming around as a legendary in the event island. However, it's worth noting that if you defeat this champion on hard mode, you will receive the Latiasite, which is the Megastone for Latias. That is the red one, just to be clear. Whilst we're here then, I'm just going to quickly show you what I was talking about with the Reshiram. You speak to Reshiram as soon as you come to the island. I can't really show you that because that's already happened. However, the Reshiram will reside in the Emberfall Cliffs, the NPC for Reshiram at least. And if you go to them, you can see that we need to come back when we're ready. And that, by the way, is 1,000 heat shards and 250 on the Pokédex registered, okay? So once you have 250 OT decks done, that's you catching 250 unique Pokemon, or at least, you know, evolving them into new forms, having 250 Pokédex done, and 1,000 heat shards, you can hand them in, the 1,000 heat shards that is, hand them in, and then Reshiram will be roaming legendary in the event island as well. You can check how much you've got, by the way, by going to your icon, your character bottom left, and clicking, and you can see that you've got the Pokemon caught. Mine is 371, which is not actually that many in comparison to how many Pokemon are actually in this game, but I've got 371 Pokemon done, so I definitely have that done for the 250. I just need the 1,000 heat shards to hand in. Like I said, it will become a roaming legendary after you hand that in. Okay, we're back at the start of the Oasis Resort. I want to quickly show you another thing, which is Elliot, the fishing guy. This is another daily thing we can do, okay? I'm going to quickly come down to the bottom left, and as you can see, this little hut here is the fishing guy. What we're going to do real quick is catch 5 fish, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So we found 5 Pokemon, got 4 Psyducks and 1 Tentacruel. We're going to go in this hut now real quick, and whilst we're in this hut, we'll go speak to Elliot just up here. We can show him 5 Pokemon. So he says, welcome Darku, blah 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 blah. 5 self-caught Pokemon, and they have to be unique, okay? So we're going to blah blah blah, okay? We're going to need to record the Pokemon. This one, yep. And it seems we have to do it for every single one. We have to click separately on every single one, okay? We're just gonna spam through, just constantly click and click on each one of these Pokemon. Just like so. Okay, so now that we've recorded 5 Pokemon, that's all we can do, okay? We can now release all of these Pokemon if we want, doesn't matter, don't need them anymore. We've recorded 5 Pokemon, and at the end of the day, you can get rewards for such things. They are obviously randomly generated and stuff, but the first place will get a gold summer chest and 300 heat shards. Second place, silver summer chest, 200 heat shards. Third place, 1 bronze summer chest and 100 heat shards. 4th and 50th place, as in 4th all the way to 50, so 4, 5, 6, all the way to 50, will have 25 heat shards for participating. But you can 5 fish Pokemon every single day, show Elliot 5 new Pokemon every single day obviously, and register them. Now it doesn't have to be unique, as in you can use many Psyducks, but what it does need to do is be caught on the same day you show the guy the Pokemon that you have. So I just caught those Tentacruels, I just caught those Psyducks, then handed them in, same day. I cannot hand them in tomorrow, and you also can't hand in ones that you've already handed in before. You keep the Pokemon obviously, but you know, registering them is what I actually mean. Not handing them in, just registering them. So yeah, the weight is random. Obviously, when you register them just like that, the weight is random on the Pokemon. Not 100% random, but it is random, and you know, anyone can get the rewards really. Once again, you can get rid of these Pokemon after you registered them. Okay, I'm going to quickly demonstrate how you can get those heat shards, and like I said, you literally just kill wild Pokemon like this on the event island, no problem. You can see we're not really dropping anything right now. We're dropping a bit of money with no problems, but no. Oh, there we go. 1 dropped heat shards, just like that, okay? Now we do have on us an Ambipom with the ability of pickup. It has been reset, and obviously you have the item drop rate boost as well, which is nice, a little equip. We've got 8 out of 10 on this one in our crew. This gives you amazing boosts for picking up items, etc. Okay, so pickup, compound eyes, and pickpocket, and abilities just like those, they will help you pick up even more than you usually would. But obviously it's still RNG, it's not 100% to pick up items, but as you can see, we're going ahead here and just hitting them, and we're not getting anything just yet, nothing at all. We still got that 1 from earlier, and we're obviously leveling this up as well for a good reason I'm about to show you. Ew, what is this? Okay, and after a hot minute, you can see we finally dropped another one. They are not easy to drop, but you know, sometimes they can drop a lot, sometimes they can just take a while to drop at all. Alright, ladies and gents, now I can show you what I'm going to do with this Skeleledge thing that came up with the wrong nature, or in my opinion, the wrong nature. We can trade it in, this summer form, for a shiny Pokemon. I know that sounds kind of insane, but you can trade in a couple of Pokemon here, as long as they're the summer form, for shiny variants, and I'm not joking. So, for Skeleledge, you can get a shiny Camerupt. For Decidueye, you can get a shiny Ribombee. For Greninja, you can get a shiny Lantern as well. And they can synchronize, so the reason why we've got our Gardevoir with the bold nature and synchronize up the front of our party is so we can try and sync a perfect nature for a shiny Camerupt. And the reason why we've got the Skeleledge thing is to trade for the shiny Camerupt with my OT. So this guy right here, the Kindler Dayton, I see you have arrived with the Skeleledge summer form as required. Shall we proceed with the summoning? Remember, you will lose this Pokemon forever to obtain my shiny Numel. And you go, yep. And there we go. Very well prepared to witness the Fury Ritual. By the Spirit of Flame, reveal your radiant form. Boom. We have now got a shiny Oblivious Bold Numel. Hell yeah, how amazing is that? And we can share that with Global and let everybody know we have now traded with the Skeleledge to get ourselves a shiny Numel. That is really, really cool. And the sync bonus paid off as well. Amazing stuff. Alright, another cool feature about this event is that it has some special forms. So, if we go to Lilligant for example, you can get the Hisuian Lilligant during this time. You need your Petilil to be level 36 or up and on the summer maps, and it can evolve into Lilligant Hisuian. You can also get Lilligant Hisuian summer form during the Swarm events as well. Another cool thing obviously is Dartrix here as well can evolve into the normal form obviously, but during this time you can actually get the Decidueye Hisuian form as well, as long as it's level 34 or up and on the summer event maps. So there we go, ladies and gents, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover in the summer 2025 event. So there's new roaming legendaries, you've got to collect these heat shards, there's all kinds of shops, there's all kinds of forms, summer forms, everything, champions that you can do daily, etc, etc. All kinds of crazy and cool things. Just some hints, tips and tricks before we leave then. First of all, we've already mentioned, but I will mention it again just in case you skip past it. You want to use a Pokemon with the ability of Pickup or Pickpocket or Compound Eyes if you're trying to farm as many heat shards as possible within a short amount of time. You can just keep farming and farming and farming, just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, and it will pick up as many as you can. Another advice I would give you is make sure that you and your team maybe have some good synchronized nature Pokemon with you, like Adamant or, you know, Modest, Timid, all that kind of thing, and have them at the front of your party if you're specifically hunting something that you really want. Like if you really want a good Greninja, I suggest something like a synchronized Timid at the front of your party and keep hunting the Froakie. And other than saying that the champions are a daily thing and the fishing person is a daily thing, do not forget that the roaming legendary thing is at the very top right. You can see where they are roaming, okay? If somebody encounters a legendary, it will move locations most of the time. Ogerpon seems to just stay in Emerald Glade, but I've seen Kartana definitely move. So these can move if people find them. Obviously, if you get the Reshiram unlocked as well, that will also be on your list of roaming legendaries, and you can see where they jump to, like Oasis Fields 2, Emerald Glade. They can move if somebody encounters them, so be very aware of that. So there you go, ladies and gents, that's everything, tips, tricks, all that sort of business, and all of that as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on another one. See ya! Alright peeps, a little bit of bonus content for you. If we go down to the Donator store, there is currently a limited box called the Fusion Flare Pack, which includes a Reshiram mount chest and Reshiram costume bundle. So you can harness the power of the legendary dragon. Has a chance as well, by the way, to be a shiny one. We are going to go ahead and throw our money at the game, like, yes, just take that, thank you very much, and go ahead and buy it and try and crack it open. Here we go, we're going to go to the Fusion Flare Pack. We're going to go ahead and open it, and then bablamo! Added one Reshiram mount chest in the bag, and that's the costume as well, but we did not get the shiny, unfortunately. Obviously some people are very, very lucky and get the shiny as well. I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like. There we go, there's the Reshiram mount, which I think is actually really, really cool. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. There we go, we're going to go pretty much Boldku right here, just so we can show you what the costume looks like too. We're going to type in Resh and go to our costumes, and we're going to just one by one put on the Reshiram costume, just like so. You can see that now we look like Reshiram. Look how cool that is. You can walk around and flap our arms in the Reshiram costume. What's even more funny is obviously wearing the Reshiram costume and then getting on the Reshiram mount. And it's just absolutely crazy. You are Reshiram on a Reshiram, you know? Absolutely madness. The only thing that would complete this is if we've done the legendary and we are Reshiram riding on a Reshiram whilst having a Reshiram follow us. And that is my next goal. Alright, there you go, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.